Hi, I'm Gary Burke, Transformational Change Advisor, Consultant and Author, and I work with business leaders and organisations to help them better understand what transformation is and what it really involves, so it can be approached in the right way, avoiding the pitfalls and executed and delivered successfully. Transformational change is complex and involves significant changes to what an organisation does and how it does it, defined by its business and operating models respectively. It can impact its products and services, customers and how they're served, the shape and structure of the organisation, its people, processes, data and technology, how all these components work and work together. Add in the management of internal and external stakeholders, solution providers and other third parties, and balance all these elements with the changes needed to the organisational mindset and culture and compliance to regulatory requirements, and you can see that it's complex with many moving and interconnected parts. So, given the complexity, why is transformation often perceived like this? A smooth, meandering road when it's really much more like this. An uneven path that's hard to navigate and treacherous in places. When you look at any situation, you do so through your own personal lens, your individually tinted spectacles. The tint on the lenses is a mix of your experience, training, how you're wired, and a myriad of other factors. The key thing to appreciate is what you perceive and understand about how things are and how they work will not always be entirely the same as anyone else's. Of course, there will be lots of commonality, but there will always be things that we see differently because our lenses are different. For example, the level of risk involved in doing something, the right approach to take, the possible benefits and opportunities and challenges, and so on. People's careers are often forged in function verticals, finance, IT, HR, sales, etc. And our lenses are tinted accordingly. So if you're asked about something outside of your direct experience, you will inevitably look at it through your individual lens. It's not a question of good or bad or right or wrong, it's just how it is. With transformation initiatives, the ideas, the strategy, approach, direction, and key decisions will be set by the leadership team, which is likely to be comprised of a CFO, who has come via a finance function, a CIO, technology, COO, operations, and others, with a CEO who may have performed one of these roles previously. There is often little horizontal perspective that cuts across these function verticals. No holistic transformation perspective. There is likely to be a lack of understanding of what's involved with transformational change, and its impact on the organisation is likely to be underestimated, as will the challenges and complexities that may be encountered. Organisations don't tend to transform very often, so when they do, it's often incorrectly viewed and treated as just change, i.e. non-transformational change rather than transformational change. An analogy. If I was describing mountain climbing to you, I may use this image to convey the gist of what mountain climbing is all about, getting to the summit. However, you wouldn't think that the straight arrow was the actual route a climber would take. You'd know that the route would be more like this, sometimes going sideways, sometimes down, and generally much more complicated, but necessary to successfully achieve the objective, getting to the top. Even though most people have never been mountain climbing, it's easy to understand that there's a difference between conveying the gist and the reality of the route to the summit. With transformational change though, given the complexities and the fact that it's not a common occurrence, there is often no easily available mental image of what's involved or how to do it. So the gist, the straight arrow or the smooth road, is wrongly used to represent reality. This can lead to oversimplifying and underestimating what's involved, and is an example of substitution bias or attribute substitution, where something complex and difficult to grasp is substituted with something easier to understand. Transformational change is being substituted with non-transformational change. To mitigate this, a transformation lens is needed, so those accountable and responsible for the success of the programme have as great an understanding and as much information as possible, so decisions can be genuinely informed decisions and not just guesses. There's too much at stake for that. This can be provided by having real-world transformation expertise in one or more senior leadership or advisory roles. Some companies have a Chief Transformation Officer or Chief Change Officer that should provide a transformation perspective at the board level. The Transformation Programme Board may have an advisor to provide independent expertise, oversight, guidance and challenge. Perhaps working with the programme sponsor, a key role that's often performed by people who have no experience of transformational change, but are expected to be accountable for the programme's success. Or perhaps working with the programme director if they have limited transformation experience. You can read more about this and other transformation insights in my book, A Transformation Lens, available on Amazon. And if you'd like to get in touch, you can contact me via LinkedIn or through the rabbitsfromhats.co.uk website.